Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. Before we get into this episode, I just want to say thanks for your support in the series so far, and I hope you're still enjoying the slower style. I'm really enjoying seeing all the different mechanics that usually don't matter at all in the game have some effect, including our artifact getting stolen and them breaking it. We now have to pay to repair this tusk that they stole from us. This is unbelievable. You know, I thought it was unbelievable a second ago. It's even more unbelievable that I'm going to pay 375 to repair this tusk, which gives us nothing. But out of principle, we went and we stole this back. This is our item, and I'm going to pay an unbelievable price to repair it. Yeah. Okay, hopefully when we turn it into a pedestal item later, it's good. Anyway, before we get into our crusade as well, I would just like to congratulate Denmark. They are no longer a tributary of Sweden, and they are now their own nation, fully able to do whatever they want to do, which is apparently fight in several claimant wars over who actually gets to run it. But anyway, back to our crusade. Here's the crusade heading over to Jerusalem, and here we are, like, we're kind of there. In fact, I don't really know where they're going. I guess they're landing here in friendly-ish territory and going south? Who's the crusade against? Maybe that'll explain it. No, so they should be landing like here. I guess they're like, yeah, I guess they're landing in friendly-ish territory, and then they're gonna land, like, go from there. Let's see what they do. Yeah, okay, so they're landing in Jaffa, and then they're gonna head out from there. Oh, they're just going straight to Jerusalem. I hadn't realized it, but no, they're just going in a straight line to Jerusalem. Well, I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, and we will join them in that. So let's go. Okay, so you've left the war because you've died or lost your land. Your neighbor has lost against your liege. Ah, so this is our ally, King Thibault of France. He has lost in the war for the Duchy of Brabant, and that is our liege's war as well. Now, if we actually have a look at this, we're also still in this war with France. We would love to help France out in this war. The problem is, we're also in the crusade, and we are very pious, so we're definitely joining the crusade. Paul has invited me to a feast. I mean, we could. He is my vassal. It's a little bit away, though. Like, you know, I think we're busy. I think we're too busy for you. You're too far away. Yeah. Let's focus on this. Wait, where's my army? Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, they literally just went straight for Jerusalem. Alright, I mean, well, actually they went straight for whatever this holding is that's next to Jerusalem. I wonder if that means that we can get Jerusalem, though. I wonder if we can siege Jerusalem first. Nope, the AI was like, nah, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to sit on Jerusalem. It's our siege. We're the only people sieging. Wonderful. Why is that a good thing? Well, it means that even if the AI comes and helps us siege this holding later, we're going to get the credit for it in terms of war contribution, I think. So that's great. I've been invited to King Arnold's coronation. Who is King Arnold of Lotharingia? I suppose we could go to your coronation. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose we can go. So he's holding it here. Okay. We need a forest guide. So that's fine. Do I want to go to Nancy on the way past? I suppose we should. I mean, it's right there. Like, it's not even a big detour to go there. So, yeah, I need to hire a mountain guide for it. But, yeah, we'll do that. It's not a huge amount of experience we get for going there, but, you know, we're at some point soon, we're actually probably going to switch from learning lifestyle because, well, there's not that much left. I guess we could finish Whole of Body, then do Theologian, then switch, but how far away are we from getting a diplomacy perk? Oh, we have 0 points. Okay, so it's not going to give us a ton of benefit there, but anyway. We'll leave them where they are. Right. Back to our siege. Also, I did realize something at one point. We have, where is it? We have pedagogy here. It means our wards can gain additional skills. Do you think it's worth us educating our second son? I know that obviously our court tutor is going to be better because they're a genius, but if we educate our second son, I wonder whether we can get some interesting skills going. You know what? We're going to do this. And I'm also going to educate our daughter. Well, you know what? I'm not going to educate that daughter. I'll educate our younger daughter as well. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we get anything interesting. Because I'm not really worried how good their education is. And they've already had a bunch of education roles with our tutor. So, yeah, let's see if we can give them additional skills now. Yeah, let's do that. I'm trying to see where our siege is. It's kind of down there. Wonderful. Right, now we can zoom out. I can't even tell where the enemy armies are. How many are there in the enemy army? 16,000. Yeah, I'm just going to unpause at speed 5. Oh, betrothal invalidated? Oh, we got many things. So you drank yourself to death. You were our educator. Yeah, so we're not worried about you really going forward. Yeah. Yeah, we're not really worried about you going forward. So let's unmark you. Oh, I can't even click on them there. I can do it on this side though. Betrothal invalidated. Your new faith. Wait a second. My new faith indicates that you may no longer be betrothed to Otto von Babenberg. So it's not your faith. Because you're Catholic. Is it your faith? You're Catholic. Huh? What do you mean my new faith means that you may no longer be betrothed to Otto? You've always, all three of us have always been Catholic. This is nonsense. I think that this top message is nonsense. We have a region. Is our region a different? No. Our region is Otto. It must be something related to Otto now being our region that's caused that message to pop up. But he is still betrothed. Yeah, so... yeah, no issues. Let's not worry about it. Back to our siege. Okay. Where are you guys going? Oh, they're all merging up together, I think. Somewhere. For reasons best known to the AI. Love or hate the king, none can deny the importance shared between those who stand witness. Do I care whether I'm for him or against him here? Guess I'm just bearing witness for now. It's fine. Tutor's educating child. We have increased control in Vienna. So we will now do that. So we can now see that's now making us 7.54 per month. That is fantastic. What's our cultural acceptance? It must be pretty high, right? 74%, but it is going down. So you know what? We'll keep improving it just to keep it high here. When can I switch? I can switch in 5 years. Okay. Or I can merge our cultures in 5 years. Wonderful. Okay, so 15 days left in the siege. And we have taken Jerusalem, which means that I have the second highest contribution. Who's the highest? No idea. Somebody must have been involved in a battle, I would imagine. Right, I'm going to attack that army. Everyone's going to join me as well. The Prelude. That is a massive horse. Well, actually, it's probably a normal-sized horse, but, like, it's really zoomed in for us. My friends, my vassal, my kin, your presence honors me more than any crown could. Until the ceremony begins, eat, drink, speak freely, and know that I see each of you and will not forget who stood with me here today. So major supporters of this guy are the Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire, the Duke of Luxembourg, and the Countess of Dern. Major detractors are the Prince of Lotharingia, who presumably has a claim on his title. Yep. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Duchess Mathilde of East Franconia, and Countess Catherine of Kaiserslautern. But interestingly, are they the same dynasty of Kaisers that was in charge of Kaiserslautern back in the past? No, they're not. Okay, so they're not related to the... well, I mean, they are related, but they're not the same dynasty as the ones that we intermarried with and intereducated with. As your witness... There he is, Count Beorthic points at our host, King Arnold, standing alone finally. This is our chance. We are here to stand and witness and support his coronation. It is only fair that we get something in return. So I can say, an example of peace to our people, so we can get cultural acceptance. We do it in the presence of God, or everyone will see we stand close to the king. We will do it in presence of God, definitely. Am I maxed out here? No, I'm still not a religious... yeah, I'm still not a religious icon, but we will be. We will be. Hey, Head of Faith, I can get an extra 647 gold out of him here. Definitely. Yes. And I am actually using it to help in this war, so that's good. Ermengarde came of age. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child but as an adult. Always the curious and knowledge-hungry child, Ermengarde has shown an affinity for scholarship from an early age. An avid learner, she has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. She is an astute intellectual. Yeah, and I think that's further proof that, like, the guardian things that we were talking about last time must be true, and the tutor must act as a guardian, because, like, you're not getting a 3-star education trait with no guardian at all. That's just not happening. Right. I don't know what we want to do with her. I was half wondering whether we want to ask her to take the vows, because she would. Or we can marry her off. Probably marrying her off is more interesting, because taking the vows doesn't really do anything for us. Yeah. Let's try and find somebody to marry my daughter. We got anyone sensible to marry my daughter? Let's do a little search, actually. Let's do the search in the same way that we normally do searches. So, maximum age, let's say that the age difference is 10 years. Okay? So we're down 3,000 characters having done that. Let's say that I want to gain some marriage prestige for it. We're down to 272. Let's say that I want an alliance out of it. 162. Anything else? I want them to be Catholic. Alright, that takes 50 out. And I want them to be healthy. Yeah, okay. What's the best alliance you got for me? The Holy Roman Emperor. Oh, I mean, that's an alliance, yeah. That's definitely an alliance. What would the benefits of being allied with the Holy Roman Emperor be? It means they couldn't act against us or against our child. That's kind of useful. Yeah, at least not in any major way. Means they would like us more as well, I think. Could marry Norway to get an alliance with the Kingdom of Norway. We could marry Adalberto to get an alliance with the Duchy of Tuscany. We could keep our alliance of Tuscany going. Like another generation down, although it should, in theory, continue to the next generation anyway, right? No, it wouldn't continue to the next generation. You know, I kind of like Adalberto, but I don't know if I like Adalberto for her. I think I kind of like Adalberto for Eleanor. Yeah, sort by alliance power. You get me an alliance with the Empire of Carpathia. That's a pretty big alliance. It's 9,000 troops. I kind of like that. You know what? Yeah, get me that alliance with the Empire of Carpathia. We'll get that one sorted. And I will marry you off to the Tuscany line. Yeah, you can marry them. That confirms our alliance with Tuscany. We already have an alliance with Tuscany, right? Yeah. So this just confirms it for the next generation. There's a very small chance of them being inbred. Let's not worry about it. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Also, I'm assuming, yeah, they would accept matrilineal. I don't think we're going to do that, but it's interesting that they would accept it. Okay. Just because they like us so much, I assume. Right. Into the battle. Cool, so we're getting to contribute in this battle. We got some piety for the coronation, because they accepted our petition. 35 days till it ends. Okay. That's fine. A couple of good marriages arranged. Wait, have I married off my other son? Yes, you're betrothed to the Primsilids. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and then you're going to be... Yeah, so we can get an alliance that way. That's fine. Okay. A quiet moment. I finally managed to leave the other guests behind and enter the abbey in search of a quiet moment. The altar to God shines dimly, illuminated by a dozen candles. A fragrant silence fills the cold walls. To my right, a mural of St. Matthew offers me a stern look. To the left, the tincture that was once Jesus is fading slowly, his smile almost imperceptible. God, do not forsake Lotharingia. Strike down King Arnold. Entrust myself to Jesus and get a prayer for good health. or St. Matthew will help guide us, and we get a prayer for wealth. You know what? I think I want a prayer for wealth, because we're probably going to do some building after this crusade, so let's do it. Nice to see you. The courtyard of Colmar shines with a golden glow. A breeze shakes the leaves as the guests drift below them. Hailey Ermengarde! I turn to find my friend Dietrich calling my name. With a wide smile, he practically trots towards me. This is the Prince Bishop of Ravenna. Friend, he yells, so good to see you. I ask him a favor. Say, I see they have some nice refined hippocras sitting here, and we can get some eager reveler trait experience and have a drink with our friend, or always nice to see a familiar face. Let's have a drink with our friend. Why don't we? Okay. Hey, we just won a battle. Did we get contribution points for that? Maybe. Maybe. Wait, I'm sieging already? Stay where you are and siege then. Wonderful. Back to this. Move it in. A gift worthy of a king. Guests for the coronation of my fellow vassal King Arnold are pouring in, all giving minor oaths, thanks for their invitations and pledges of fealty or support. Soon it shall be my turn. Must I stand out from the crowd? Must I use my brief audience to convince the king of my worthiness? I can speak to the clergy on his behalf and against theocratic allies for 5 years. Okay. His legacy shall be immortalized in verse. This is because of my level in fame. Okay. Interesting. Pressed lily would make a fine gift, or just the usual pleasantries. Let's speak to the clergy on his behalf. Sure, we'll help him out. You can see more cultural acceptance is being gained here. Imagine that cultural acceptance from coronations probably pushes cultural acceptance across the board up heavily, but anyway. It's fine, don't need to worry about it. A question of precedence. I stand at the threshold, ready to lead the coronation procession, when Lambert barges forward and scoffs. My service to the crown demands I take precedence. His rude challenge disturbs the sanctity of our preparations. I mean, he is our liege. He shouldn't say service to the crown, it doesn't make any sense in the current context, but yes, obviously you should go first. Have my best. Good Duchess. I turn to find Count Louis, next to a nervous man. Okay, that's him of Bar. You know that I cherish you and it would find me great joy to help you. Here I offer you the first and best of my men, Berenger, my well-accomplished knight. May this serve as the start of a friendship between our houses. No, but like, I'll say fewer as generous as you. Sure. That's fine. Oh, what have we got here? Satan's fire spreads. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. And ceremony is about to begin. Regent has failed to get us money, and we are 35 days from winning a siege. Cool. He delivered a rousing speech that greatly raised the respectability of his coronation, or the magnificence. Alright, we'll see the measure of this king. I believe that this is exactly the same as the other stuff, except instead of Bohemian, it says Lotharingian. Yes, okay, that's fine. To see if there's anything else that we've got here. Well, fast. No, I think this is exactly the same. I was just wondering why it was talking about piety here, but that's all fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. The holy oil. He gets the approval of God, so he gets high anointment for 10 years. That's fine. The crowning of Arnold. Okay. He is now crowned. Wonderful. The king's consort. The king has his queen. This is fine. We've seen all of these before. Call to war? Oh, okay. To the benign Hailey Ermengarde, I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the Khazar overrunning of the Kingdom of Hungary. Okay, it kind of looks like you need me. I accept, but I can manage things from here. I'll continue in the coronation. I am kind of busy in the crusade, but I'll be like back when I can. Okay, the oath. Arise today not to rule, but to build. not only to preserve what is, but to create what might be. Lotharingia cannot be confined to memory or map. It must grow for our future and the future of our people. Alright, he's given his oath. The feast. My friends, the rites are complete. Let the tables be filled, let the cups be raised, and let this hall remember joy as well as duty. Okay, that's fine. More people joining this war, which is fine. 6 days left. Feeding panic. Digging into my sumptuous veal cutlets, I look up to cries of indignation. It would seem our host neglected to account for enough food for all the guests. Lords brandish empty plates, their wounded pride giving rise to sharp words and sharper elbows. I sidestep a flurry of insults as offended dignitaries vie for scraps. Prince Archbishop Vladislav of Utrecht is caught right in the middle of the melee. Well, we're not helping him, obviously. He's the guy who keeps trying to invite us to things. So I can say, hands off, the last one is mine. I can say, rein in these fools, or I'm done with this farce. I think I'm leaving. He's on his own. Please do, go on. I listen intently to Prince Bishop Arnulf as he carelessly reveals all manner of things. Distracted by trying to get the last drop from his tankard, he is oblivious to how carefully I am paying attention. Once he realizes, he starts getting up. I'm only rambling, it's not true any of it. Any of it. I learned of Arnulf's child heritage secret. Oh, he is a bastard. I see. Also, I think we just got a huge amount of contribution, right? We're third? Third? I guess we got no battle contribution points. Alright, race him to this province. You need to get there first. Okay, I didn't get there first. Go here instead. A whisper at the feast. In a hushed voice, my fellow vassal, Prince Bishop Arnulf of Urbach, reveals a secret that has been burdening him. While processing this shocking news, I see a mysterious woman leaning towards us, straining to catch every word. Who knows what wickedness she hopes to achieve? She must not learn that Arnulf has a terrible secret. Such a breach would not stand. Say, how much for your silence? Stare at her with murderous intent, or that is not my concern. I'm going to stare at you with murderous intent. It failed to work, and now everybody knows. Well, I tried. I stared really hard. Okay. We're now sieging here. I don't know how long it's going to take, because I don't really... I don't really know what's happening down there. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of King Arnold. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects. As things would have it, it seems like we have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. So we're starting to like him more. I don't think this is our siege. I think our siege is under here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It's that one. 7-month siege. Yeah, so I don't think we're actually going to finish that, because I think these guys are going to finish their 44-day siege. Which means that our brother is likely going to get a county or a duchy in Jerusalem. Which is still good. I've heard of you. Duchess Haley Ermengarde, my fellow vassal Margrave Guntbald calls my name. My dear nephew Ulrich speaks fondly of you, he proudly says, taking a sip of his spiced wine. I've been looking forward to feasting with you. This is Ulrich of Steiermark. Oh, and this is Guntbald of Salzburg, I see. And say, let us toast to Ulrich and to the Arabonen. I have equally fond words of him, or I'm not here to talk about him. Or I don't know. There are no courtly vassals participating. I'll just say I'm not here to talk about him and get some opinion. At home. There is nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, Haley Ermengarde, Prince Bishop Dietrich tells me. Ailbrand and Count Bernard nod their heads in agreement. Let's do what feels right. Everyone seated close to me gains opinion. Okay, can you even see where people are seated? No. Okay, I assume it's just random people. It must be the people listed. Anyway. That's 100% in the Crusade. Yeah, this is the event. It doesn't make sense. He's a king, basically is what it says. So sworn oath is consolidate the none. Any guesses? I think it's consolidate the Franconian. That would be my guess for what should be there. Instead of the nun. Because I think it should be consolidate his culture? Maybe? Yeah. Anyway, he did a good coronation. Well done him. Right, the reign has begun. And... victorious crusade! St. George has granted King Otto. My brother did become king, my god. Victory in the crusade for Jerusalem. After defeating Imam al-Bustansir and his heathen warriors on several occasions, our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. I guess although we were third in line in terms of contribution, we were probably the first in line in terms of landed contribution. Interesting. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. St. George is with us. I have made a horrible error in judgment. Yeah, because he's rank 3 beneficiary, but he won. Okay, well, I mean, the coronation's done. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. So if he dies, we become Queen of Jerusalem. Okay. But that kind of precludes us from becoming the Archduchess of, of Austria. Yeah. Yep, it would. That's something to think about. Okay. Well, get back on the boats. And... I guess we're gonna go help France. What's happening with you, France? Do you need me? I'm your entire army. Not only do you need me, I'm literally your entire army. Okay, so I need to go to Carcassonne or to Foix. I think I want to go to Foix here. I'm assuming that's how you say it. And then go through here to Toulouse. Either that or go through to Carcassonne. Carcassonne is fort level 4. You're fort level 1, but I have to get through the fort level 5 as well. So yeah, I want to go Carcassonne and into Toulouse and try and siege the war goal, or siege the war leader. Yeah. So you're gonna go here. Yep. Okay. Well, let's see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not sure I want to become the king of, or the queen of Jerusalem. Yeah. I kind of want to become the Archduchess of Austria. I'm not sure how we can undo what we just did, but, you know, it's fine. Our level of devotion is maxed. It's time to focus on my realm. Religious icon here. I mean, he could lose a, he could lose a war and then get deposed or something. Wait, if he gets deposed, then we get in charge of him without him dying. If it would have to be a claimant war or something. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to not become the Queen of Jerusalem. Which, I mean, I guess we could. It's not really part of my plans. I would really like to form the Archduchy of Austria, if that's alright. But I guess, you know, I would take the Queen of Jerusalem if it was given to me. Yeah, I also need a new Master of the Hunt and a new second person. Are you my new secondary one? We want somebody who's a little younger, right? Like, I don't know. Who's Engelmar? Yeah, maybe Engelmar? I mean, it would be you, except for the fact I don't think you can... Oh, you could be my Master of the Hunt. You are my Master of the Horse already. Yeah, you know what? Let's put you in. You can now be my Master of the Hunt and the Horse, which isn't my ideal, but there you go, you can be both. That's fine. Right. Well, let's get on the horse. Commander promoted. You may not be as of noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name I swear that Rizzo is someone that you would want at your side. Shrewd. He's good at fighting. Yeah, you know what? You can join me. We got some diplomacy for visiting the capital of the Kingdom of Lotharingia, and now we're on the boats. How's this looking now? You have 20,000 on your side, so literally I'm the difference again. Okay, well, back over here, a small deal. As we walked through Spitz, we were caught up in a crowd of people waiting for a large cart full of building materials to move out of the way. I don't need your stuff. I already got it cheaper somewhere else. One woman shouts at another. The other looks crestfallen and confused. But, what am I supposed to do with these then? She responds weakly, more to herself than anyone else. I'll buy your extra building material. Yeah, sure, I'll take the cheaper buildings in our capital. I've arrived home, and I'm going to do some building in our capital, because I have money. Our capital. So I still can't get this, because our development isn't high enough, which is fine. This, I think, is our money holding, by the looks of it, right? Holding taxes... Yeah, let's keep increasing farms and fields. Let's make this our money holding. Right, I've dismissed my regent, which is fine. We're back. We're doing the death march to Toulouse. And let's siege. Once we take this, we can resupply our army. But until we take this, we can't. New learning perk, I'm healthy. Wonderful. That means that our health is now good. Yeah, happy with that. And cool, we've now taken Carcassonne. We can now sit here and resupply if we want to. I've inherited the barony of Dornsburg. You've become my new noble gameskeeper. Okay, and I got a castle and its servants book. Okay, cool. And I need a new person to hold Dornsburg. I also now have this person as a prisoner. Can I just like get some money for you? For either of you? Yeah, give me 50 gold. That seems good. Dornsburg, and I want to give away. Do I have someone to give it away to? I don't know. No. I think if we have anyone who's just been hanging around long enough that I recognize the name. Berenger? No, I think I do recognize your name, but I don't think you've been hanging around long enough. In fact, I don't really recognize a lot of these guys' names. You know what, Rizzo? Rizzo, you've just joined, but your name is recognizable. You can have Dornsburg for now. Wonderful. Apparently it's going to be a zealot vassal. That's what we like to see. Hey, we resupplied slightly. It's nice. We got paid 50 gold. You know what? Why don't I just get another 10 gold for the next child? Okay. Continuing to resupply our army. That's good. Our councillor, Christine, died. Christine of Gesenhausen. Which now means that Richgard of Gesenhausen is now in charge. We now need a new steward. New steward is going to be Count Bruno, the second of Schaumburg. Okay, we got a little bit of supply. I'm now going to go siege Toulouse. Secret exposed. My brother, King Otto, has accused my brother, Primisil, of having an extramarital affair with his lover, Katerina of Upper Silesia. How can you defile the sanctuary of their marriage? And she's been imprisoned by our liege. My God, my brother had some scores to settle, I think. He's attacking somebody in a holy war for Damascus. He's expanding. I mean, he was the rightful heir, like the true liege of our nation. It's just that he had an issue when he was younger with his health. That's the only reason he's not in charge. I never would have expected to grow as close to Count Simon of Amstetten. Okay, sure. As I've done in the past few years. Multiple occasions, he's proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. I guess we'll have a true friend in Simon. Sure, that's fine. Also, I'm just clearing this. It says we got another artifact, but we already know what it is. It's the book we got previously. 3 months left. I think we're about to get France out of this war. Yeah, we're about to get them a white peace. Or... no, it's probably a white piece. Did we capture anyone worth anything? We did. We captured their heir for 10%. That must be you. Yes, that must be you. So which means I can ransom you for 10 gold. Right. I'm going to head down here and I'm going to siege this city because it should take us all of, 50 days to siege. We finished the building in Padun now. Okay. I'm going to give that away to... Let's go back to my courtiers list. Let's just find someone. What about Lucino? I do kind of recognize your name. You can have Padun. You can't have Padun. Sorry. You must hold the county of Vienne to receive the barony of Padun. No? That's the... Oh. No, okay, there we go. Although, you know what I'm going to do first? This is not Padun. What's her name? Haley Ermengarde. Try to think of a good name for us. I don't know. I'm also trying to think of other things. What was the Pope's name that we were friends with? Was it this one? It was Sergius. This is going to be Surgeberg. That's what we're going to call this. Surgeberg. So this is Surgeberg. I don't know. I've seen it say Berg and Berg. So we'll go with that. And that's the Surgebergen. Surgebergen. There we go. And then I go back to Ottoberg and I check what exactly I used over there because somebody told me the correct one. Oh, so it was to be the Surgeberger. I know I also went for Berg, so let's go for Surgeberger. And then that'll be Surgeberg. There we go. Wonderful. Let's go with that. Named after the Pope. Does he have any particular... I mean, we do have the papal arms. Did he have any particular arms? No, he was lowborn. You know what? He was lowborn. Maybe we just make this... Start from scratch. Yeah, we just make this blank and then, like, I don't know. I find some in here. Like, I want white, but not quite that white. There we go. Something like that. Let's do that. So, Surgeberg. Wonderful. Right. Over here. Let's do another siege. Eleanor's first unrobing. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, the servant stutters. My lady, no one can find your garments. I'm surrounded by incompetence, I mutter, storming from my chamber. It's in my daughter Eleanor's room that I discovered not only my raiments, but also the girl's wet nurse. I had no part in it, my liege. She dressed herself. Euphrosyne responds with a giggle. A little scoundrel, we'll say. Okay. We're now going to head over to the siege, to the fort level 3 bit over here for the next part of the siege. But the Pilgrim's Guide, another journal. What's our current journal? Gives us learning lifestyle experience. Definitely not going to do anything with that. And we can ransom this person. No, we can't. Okay, never mind. I was going to say we can ransom him, but actually nobody wants to pay the ransom, so there we go. I'm friends with my son, and we got that due to the pedagogy one. Now, we could have stayed here, and we could have... we could have, like, sieged this. It just, I don't think, it would have only got us the benefit for half the holding, because we got half the holding for that one. And it's going to take us a while, so I'm not that worried about it. Betrothed can marry. Otto can marry Euphemia. Did I not say it was going to, I'm invited to her coronation? I have 3 years to fulfill my promise. Okay. Yes, there's going to be a grand wedding. That's fine. But I have been invited to King Gisbrecht's coronation in Frisia. I kind of want to go because I want to go to as many coronations as possible. I'm feeling against it because I'm fairly certain that that guy in Utrecht is going to be there. Is he still alive? He is. Oh no. Let's go. Okay. This is fine. I guess on the way back, we can probably go to here. Yeah, to Aachen. Do I want to go to Amsterdam? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we're there. Might as well. I'm half tempted to go to Canterbury, given how close we are. Well, I take out Aachen. Let's say we're going to Aachen on the way there. Let's say that on the way back, we're going to go to Canterbury and Salisbury. Then we're going to go to Marl on the way back. How does that look? Doesn't look too bad. The coastal's too dangerous. Nah, never mind. Let's not do that. I can do a separate pilgrimage if I want to go there. Let's just do this. Right. Off we go. Right. Back down here. Oh. I'm in a regency. That's fine. Betrothal invalidated? No, it's just because he's a regent. It's not invalidated. Ignore that. Betrothed can marry. No, I said we're going to do a grand wedding. Regents cannot participate. I said we're going to do a grand wedding. Don't worry about it. Oh, they just got married anyway? Oh. Alright, well, at least it didn't break anything. Good to know. Oh, that's what it meant originally! I understand now. Because I was like, did we not promise a grand wedding when we initially did it? I did promise a grand wedding, but it got broken when he became a regent because regents can't do grand weddings. So that's what happened over here. Because he became it's not because our religion changed, it's because he became a regent and that invalidated the grand wedding part of the wedding, but the betrothal was still on. It just happened again here, so it invalidated that. That's what's been happening. Ah, that makes perfect sense. It's just a terrible message. That makes so much sense. Burgundy's been excommunicated, by the way. Finished something in Vienne. Patron of the church. At the center of Eifhofen, there is a large church with everything else in the city settled around it. As soon as we enter the holy building, a man comes running over. "My lady, you look like a woman of means. Would you be willing to donate to our church?" Scraping and bowing, he holds out his hand shamelessly. I see there's some minor work being done around the building, but it's not nearly enough to make up for all the church's shortcomings. So I can become a pious patron and have pious investments happen. Okay. A small one-time donation, or it's time to move on. How much is the donation per month? 0.2. So, if I lose 50 gold, that's 0.2. How long would it take me to lose 50 gold? Well, 1 gold is 5. So, it'd be 50 times 1. So, 250 months. Yeah. Okay. 250 months. Or... And that would... Wait, would that also give me piety at the same rate? It gives me piety at 0.3, increased for every passing year by 0.1. Okay. And a head of faith opinion, which is also increased per year. So 2 points. So 12 months would be a year. As I said, 250. Did I say 250 months? So 120 months would be 10 years, 20 years. Yeah, so it's going to take me over 20 years to pay the same amount of money as that 50 gold via this. And I'm going to get piety and head of faith opinion in that time. Yeah, I think this is just straight up better. I think. As long as I don't care about the fact that I'm losing 0.2 per month. Yeah. The Hermit. I'm hoping I did the calculations correct, but anyway. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry there is a small wooden table and a stall someone has left a lantern burning on it. "Careful, my lady." Lucino holds up his arm in front of my chest. "There are bandits in these lands." "You're quick to make accusations." A dimly lit figure, or a dimly illuminated figure, stands in the entrance to the cave. "I'm merely a hermit, and you carry the title of Duchess." A hermit would be a welcome addition to my entourage, I can say. We get Herald, sorry. How fortunate, please tell me about my future. Or let's just go. Tell me about my future. The hermit takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits until I follow. There's some herbs scattered around in what seems to be a rudimentary bed. He turns to me while we're away from my entourage and, with an oddly deeper voice, replies, "You shall find those who seek." How insightful. I will remember this and get some piety. Nice. Okay. Pilgrims to Cologne. As we sit by the campfire after a long day, a group of travellers approaches us in the dark. A band of knights led by a proud-looking man. Each of the knights looks richer than the next. "My lady, it's my pleasure to meet you. I am Ambrose of the Order of Calatrava. We've been on a long journey to get to Cologne, and we need some rest before the last stretch. May we share your campfire?" Yes. Please come enjoy our campfire. Tell us of your travels. Definitely. You know what we should do as well? We should continue building, because we have the cheaper buildings, so we should continue doing it. Because this should be, yeah, minus 30% here, so definitely. Let's upgrade our farms and fields some more. Do we ever get another holding tax increase? We do at max rank. Alright, well, continue upgrading our farms and fields nonetheless. Right. Back over here. Do I want to continue sieging their stuff? Probably. Let's head over here and siege it. Visited the Palace of Aachen and got myself some diplomacy lifestyle experience. And now it's time for the 3-month siege of this. How is the war going, by the way? We shouldn't be winning, but we are winning enough. Arrived at the Coronation. Am I for or against the Coronation? I think I might be okay bearing witness. I think we're just bearing witness here. I don't think we care too much. I hoped it would not come to this, but I'm left with no other option. I must rescind your appointment as Chancellor. My day is ruined. Ruined, I tell you. Oh, I was going to give away Surgeburg, and I never did. Surgeburg is given away to... I was going to give it away to that one guy, my caravan master, right? Yeah, I was going to give it to you. Although I can't help but feel that giving it away to you now might be a bad idea, but... There you go. You can have it. Yeah, I was going to say, because now he's no longer my caravan master. Also, wife person here, Berta of Friuli, is dead. This was Berta, the bastard Babenberg. I see. So we now have House Alaram Isi? Which was his house all along. Okay. So yeah, that's now these people. That's her line. Okay. Cool. I guess nothing extremely of note happened, so I didn't pay attention to it. Nobody else at least is dead on this list. Your Councillor Ludolf. Oh, this is Ludolf of München. Okay, so he is dead. Who is now in charge of München? Ludolf II, who is his grandson. I see. Okay. And spouse is patron of the clergy we got there. Okay, new marshal needed. We have no more powerful vassals who need to go in. So I guess it could be you, unless anyone else is really good at it. No, I think it's going to be Wichard of Deggendorf, who is now going to be my marshal. Okay. That's fine. Back over here. The prelude. It's the same prelude as previously. Major supporters are Gerda, the Princess of Frisia, Count of Dockham, and the Count of Antwerp. Detractors are the Mayor of Alkmaar, the Count of Zutphen, and the Count of Arnheim. So it's all local stuff, I think. Unless I misunderstood where some of those places were. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. My mother, Haley Ermengarde, was captured by Emir Ab al-Ghaffar of Quadar during the siege of Jerusalem. She left to go to Jerusalem. I hadn't even realized. Oh no. What's happening? What war are you losing? You're losing that holy war that you were attacking in. Oh no. Oh no, that is not good. Okay. Oh, and there's Count Ludolf I, who we can now remove from our list of interesting people. We're going to need a new list of interesting people at some point, but... Loop holdings in the crowd. No wrath, a familiar voice says. I turn around and find my vassal, Count Anno, calling my attention. Anno is the child of Regenar of Austria. Ah, so this is the other this is the other part of House Babenberg. I see. So the brother of Leopold, who we deposed. Okay. Haley Ermengarde, it's a distinct pleasure to find another Luitpolding on such occasions. Feels as though a lifetime has passed since our last meeting. And say Luitpolding will prevail, we get renown and famed dynasty for 80 years. 80 years? The pleasure cannot be returned, and I get a press claim on his title, which I could immediately just take. Let the world know we're here, or we must remain humble. I'll say Luitpolding will prevail. I'll take the 80-year buff. That's an incredible buff. I suppose it is a coronation that shouldn't happen too often, but, you know. Anyway. There he is. Duke Vladimir points at our host, King Gisbrecht, standing alone, finally. This is our chance, Vladimir insists. We're here to stand in witness and support his coronation. It's only fair that we get something in return. Presence of God, definitely. I'm all about that. Gift worthy of a king. I'll speak to the clergy on his behalf. Yep. Same thing as before. Duchy Haley Ermengarde, King Gisbrecht, calls for me with a big smile. Next to him stands another guest, the Duke that I am not acquainted with. This is Duke William of Pisa. Okay. King Gisbrecht introduces him. I believe you two would find much common ground. How to bring down a foe of any kind, perhaps. Okay, I finished my siege as well. Say I'm a friend to all. It will stress me out too much because I'm shy to be proper friends with this person. 5, 4. I'm just looking at the fort levels here. Let's go for the next fort level 3. I don't know why France has not white peaced this war, by the way. I have absolutely no concept of why they haven't done that, but whatever. The voice of Coptic. Are you Coptic? You are. Oh, okay. As the light of day wanes, I see Duke William looking in my direction. With an acknowledging nod, he smiles and steps closer. A fine day it has been, would you not say, Haley Ermengarde? We must certainly thank God for these blessings. We, Copts, revere his teachings, he declares with pride, taking a deep breath before continuing his theological dissertation. I can have a debate with him. Either way, I'm going to win. As in, like, either way, I'm going to get some win, but I'm not necessarily going to destroy him. Speak more, and I get a discount for converting to Coptic. Our coronation is no place to discuss these matters. Oh, I'm going to debate you. I won't be embarrassed, so... We got a learning lifestyle experience from pressing the king. King Gisbrecht takes a second to observe the crowd, folding his hands. The voice of the courtiers have become constant as the chirping of birds. I have no doubt that Duke Pellegrino attends to join them. Wait a second, is Duke Pellegrino still alive? He's been in poor health for the last 5 years. Good Duchess, may I be so bold as to ask what your thoughts are on the celebration? I have no doubt that King Gisbrecht's rule will be one of love and justice. Let's say long may he reign. And now we get the ceremony, which I'm fairly certain is identical to the previous ceremonies. So oh, wait a second. To the cheers and exaltation, King Gisbrecht's procession parts the crowd. My retinue falls in our honorary plates. Peasants teem forth for a glimpse of the soon-to-be king atop their parents' shoulders amidst the multitude. Dutch children grin. Oh, so you didn't get a negative thing there. That usually somebody says something about the king, but no, they're all in. They're like, yeah, we love this guy. Okay. We get the 3 ascents, which is the same as always. That's fine. Holy oil, which is the same as always. The crowning, which is the same as always. King's consort gets a crowning, which is again the same as always. And the oath. Our rule will be remembered by those who come after as the start of a golden age for Frisia. What a disappointment, we say, apparently. Oh, okay. Siege is going, 3 months till we finish it. Looks like some of the stuff that was sieged here has gone away. I think France has left a war potentially, but anyway. Are we winning, at least in ticking war score? No, it's kind of neutral. Why doesn't France get out of the war? Like, why don't they white peace it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The feast. My friends, the rites are complete. Let the tables be filled, let the cups be raised, and let this hall remember joy as well as duty. A promise is a promise. Unconcerned for any etiquette, Gerda, the daughter and heir of my fellow vassal King Gishbrecht, slaps me on the back. I mean it, she exclaims. I'll do anything you ask of me, anything at all. Ask me and it is done. You can smell the alcohol on Gerda's breath, but the promise has been noted by every guest present. Let's say she's too drunk to know what she's saying, mainly because it's not going to do much good for us anyway to have a weak hook on somebody all the way over here who hasn't even landed. A delightful treat. Duchess Haley Ermengarde. Must meet this most interesting man. He has brought a delightful and exotic Saracen cakes back from his adventures on Crusade. Oh. Do I want to try some? Well, we were trying weird stuff at one point. Let's continue trying weird stuff. The witness? So I'm assuming that some... No, this isn't even the person who died. Meganhard died of old age. Okay, he needs a replacement. But as I stumble outside to relieve myself, I hear shouting around the corner. As I turn I see my fellow vassal, Duchess Katerina of Upper Silesia, who, by the way, is sleeping with... I'll get there in the end. Our half-brother, Primisil. Yes, that's it, and that was revealed by our brother. She sneer as she sinks her blade into the face of the cowering Count Herman of Dockham, who was a major he was a major supporter of this coronation. Whatever sound I made must have been enough for Katerina turns towards me, surprise in her face. I can say, what have you done? Or everyone shall know of your crime. I'm going to reveal it. I think as a pious person, we'd probably reveal that. Yeah, so he was murdered by her, and she is now known to be a murderer, but maybe isn't imprisoned yet. You know what? She is an interesting person for my interesting persons list. Right. Speed 5. New learning perk. Also, wait a second. I need a new spy master. My new spy master is going to be Christina, because she's really good at it. And my new perk is Whole of Body. Fantastic. So, we have now finished 2 parts of the learning lifestyle, and we are good on health. Do we just keep going for the 3rd part? Well, maybe. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. So let me just make it so that it stops playing this noise in the background. We could all tell Duchess Branislava had too much to drink, even though she insisted on showing us how sober she was. Simply rising from her seat proved too much for her, and now I'm covered in stinking vomit. Let's say you should be ashamed of yourself. Sure. Right. We can close that now. So, do we want to continue on this learning lifestyle? The positives. You get clergy opinion, religious relation, realm priest opinion, and then radiant, which is level of devotion impact. So your big one is level of devotion impact, but that's just same faith clergy opinion. So it's not a ton. We're not going to convert anything because we don't have any land that needs converted, unless we inherit Jerusalem, in which case, I mean, there's a little bit that needs converted over here, but like, realistically, we're probably not going to convert that much. That's converting. That is changing your faith, which we're also not going to do. And I know some people have said that they would like to see us change faith. The reason why I'm not is because I think that being Catholic is more interesting for the time being. So that's why I'm going with that. Defender of the Faith would be cool, but it's a lot of points that aren't really that good to get you there. And then Theologian would be cool, but again, it's a lot of points to get you to somewhere that's not that interesting. So I think it's time to switch. We could go Diplomacy, get Groomed to Rule. That will give our children a bunch of skill points. That's not bad. Then you would do maybe Bound by Blood. Maybe. Living Child gets a skill points. Go down Friend Path, get Matriarch. I mean, there's options here. Here, like, I don't really care about any of this. I don't really care about any of this. I mean, I don't care about that. Commission Artifact is fine. Like, none of this is really that exciting to me. Diplomat, again, none of that's really exciting to me. Because all of this is about improving opinion of people. Everyone loves us. We're getting alliances, and we don't need those. Marshal, that's not our character. None of this is us, really. Like, none of this is going to do anything for us. Maybe Overseer, you can make an argument that some of this is nice for us, but yeah, no. Stewardship, it's the obvious choice because it's always good. Like, the thing about stewardship is that it's good in every single circumstance. So, I guess it fits in with our builder stuff. Maybe we go down architect, we get architect like our mother, it lets us build a lot of stuff, we can do a lot of building in our later years. There are some options there. Intrigue is... I don't know, just don't think it's us. And then here, I'm less into going for Wanderer just because I don't know what they are, but I think as in like, I don't know, like, I don't have an obvious, oh, I use this for this, this for this, and this for this, even after using them for a while, but I just don't think any of this is what we're looking for. I don't think any of this is what we're actually going for. I think it has to be stewardship. I think it has to be the main focus. I think that just makes the most sense for me here. And then I think we need to change this book. Maybe just the sturdy healing guide. Yeah. Further increase my health. That's what I need. More health. Right. And then, back to, yeah, back to this, I guess. Mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Duke Pellegrino. Oh, now he's gonna die and give us stress. I see. I understand now. Please, do go on. I listen intently to Kaiser Lambert as he carelessly reveals all manner of things. Distracted by trying to get one last drop from his tankard, he is oblivious to how carefully I am paying attention. Oh, Count Salvatore Bastia has just been imprisoned. By you. Why? Okay, interesting. Anyway, unless he's the regent. Wait, is he the regent? Yes, okay, so you have imprisoned your liege's child as you are the regent. That doesn't seem okay. But anyway. Our liege has given us a secret. I've learned of his murder secret. Who did he murder? It's all sorts of things afoot here. He murdered Count Adolf of Wiltberg. Wait a second, did we not know Count Adolf of Wiltberg? I had the feeling we did. Wait a second. I think we knew this guy. Yeah, Salian as well. Huh, yeah. Interesting. So he murdered a family member. We could reveal that and he'd be known as a kinslayer. It'd only be worth a weak hook anyway, so I'm not going to, but... Wait, why is it only worth a weak hook? Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it does seem odd that him murdering a family member is only a weak hook's worth. Right. I am now, this is wrong. We said it before, it's still wrong. He swore no oath. Ah, that's why it was disappointing. I see. He just said, yeah, everything's gonna be great, and we went, ah, okay. So, like, no promises then. Right. Just in Ottosberg, by the way, I'm going to continue building the hospices, just because I noticed we have a lot of money, so I'm just looking for things that I can do. Probably should think about building in some of these other holdings as well, but... yeah. Could build a city in here, like in Leonsburg, and then that would mean that in Abensburg I can then maybe build a temple or something. Yeah, let's just get some buildings going while we can. That was in Regensburg. Yeah. Okay, let's just do that for now. Keep money. Been to the kingdom of Frisia's capital. Traveling traders. As we stroll around the markets of Nijmegen, a loud ruckus comes from just a couple of stalls down from me. There's a furious woman, animated and waving her hands. Podesta Onulfo will have your head for this, she yells at another merchant who looks, if possible, even angrier. I would love to see him try, the stall owner dismisses the merchant with a wave of his hand, angrily turning her to her bodyguards. The merchant clearly intends to get a deal one way or another. We can aid her and get an alliance with Ancona. Okay. Don't need to. Seems like the perfect time to make some coin, or I'll watch the spectacle. I don't need the alliance, I'll just watch. Okay. Tip the host. The afternoon is quickly advancing into nightfall as we enter the local farm estates of Cleves. The estate owner, Norbert, greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a veritable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, and bread and the like. In the morning, Norbert approaches me as I enjoy my breakfast. A lady, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. So I then say he should pay me for the prestige I brought to his farm. Let me compensate you. Maybe Rutger and I can come to an agreement. I'll pay you some money. A friend to animals. Eleanor has been spending an unusual amount of time at the stables as late and has begun to neglect her peers at court. The child seems fixated on one specific horse and claims that even beasts are deserving of care and dignity. The horse is immaculately groomed to perfection, unlike Eleanor, who has evidently been doing the stable hand's work. No, speak to the horse, tell me what it says. No, you can be compassionate, that's fine. I'm okay with you being compassionate. Now on Quercy. I guess I'm going to head here and continue sieging some land. Oh, King Kuno is dead. Oh, okay. So King Kuno has died. So our new dynasty head is Jindrich of Pomerania. Alright. Interesting. So Kuno was Heinrich von Babenberg, who was Kuno von Babenberg's son. Kuno, who was the brother of Otto III. Alright. So yeah, interesting line there to continue following. How is Pomerania doing? They're existing. That's good. How's Jerusalem doing? It's also existing. Good. Good. I'm glad of that. Right. 4 months left on the siege. The Wandering Knight. As we walk through the streets of Linz, there's a loud ruckus by one of the market stalls, with two men yelling at one another. Before we can make our way there, a man has already stepped in between and talked them down. See, it will be fine, he tells the man in the stall with a smile and hands him a coin. With that simple act of kind generosity, everything returns to normalcy. He turns to us as we approach, no banner or mark telling me of any liege lord, perhaps a wandering knight. I don't have time for this vagrant. More people are joining this war. Although I think that's just because somebody died and then new persons in the war. This is the overrunning of Hungary, which they are winning, by the way, despite us having contributed nothing. We've arrived home. Okay, unlike this French war, where I've contributed them several wins, but anyway, thanks for the 700 gold, Hope. I appreciate it. Wonderful. Some buildings still going here. And won another siege. You would like to offer me the position of Marshal? Ooh, I will accept. What does Marshal get us? We get 4 prowess, 20% less army maintenance, 20% levy size, and 20% monthly martial lifestyle experience. Nice. Okay. Where are we going now? I've almost sieged all of Toulouse. Let's go to here, I guess. Call to war. You would like to join me in the Maghrebi invasion of the Kingdom of France. The what? What do you mean the Maghrebi invasion of the Kingdom of France? I mean, I accept, but the what? Okay, so that's 13,000 troops. They are so getting France. It's unbelievable. You know what's even worse? You know what they're about to siege? They're about to siege all the land that I have just taken off of Toulouse, because it's still part of France for the purposes of their war. Oh dear, France. What are we going to do with you? Well, I was going to end the episode when the war ended, but well, I mean, I guess we're in another one. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.